A couple of days ago, I posted a poll on my channel where I wanted to know what you guys wanted me to talk about. I had three options, and even though option C won by quite a bit, I decided to still post option A. I'm sorry, it just has to be talked about. Personally, I have watched Stranger Things throughout my life for a very, very long time. I started watching it when I was in about 7th grade, and I'm watching it till now. So I'm all out of high school, I am 20 years old, and I'm still watching it. And let me just tell you, I love it. And even though I love Stranger Things, I do think there's a ton of things wrong with it. For example, episode 1 of season 5 was one of the worst episodes I've seen on Stranger Things. I thought it was terrible, and I don't think it deserved as well of a rating as it got. I don't remember who exactly rated it, but I think it got an 8.7 for episode 1, which I thought was extremely overrated. I thought episode 1 was not good at all. And going into episode 2 of volume 1, season 5, I was not excited whatsoever. Well, let me tell you, I was extremely wrong. But before I go into that, let me tell you what I think is wrong with Stranger Things first to get that out the way. As I already said, episode 1 of volume 1 was pretty trash. And before you get upset with me, I cannot show any clips in this video due to copyright reasons, and I don't want to get my channel taken down by, Netflix or some shit. And I am warning you before I begin, there's going to be a ton of spoilers. But anyway, one of the first scenes in Stranger Things season 5 is Dustin going into the high school after Eddie's death. He's been traumatized, went through a lot, and he's stressed at this point. He hates his life, and it sucks for him. And that's not the problem at all. The problem is how everyone else portrays it around him. First of all, no one seems to give a shit. No one seems to care at all, which I think sucks, but that doesn't matter at all to this. The acting around it was terrible. If you guys know which scene I'm talking about, when he's walking into the school wearing his dumbass cape, which I think looks extremely stupid, and I don't think it's good for the acting. I don't think it makes him mysterious. I just think it is a poorly written, childish, oh, this is cool for 7th graders. Let's just say it like that. I don't know what that shit is. A fucking robe. My point being, he walks into the school wearing it, and people press him about his shirt because it says Hellfire, and people think it's demonic. The plot itself is not bad. I mean, it would make sense for that to happen, especially after a ton of people died and stuff, and there's weird military stuff going on. But overall, what does get bad is the acting. And throughout episode 1, I mean, yeah, the high school scene was bad, but that wasn't the only bad scene. Eleven's training is extremely cringe. I think if you have the power with your mind to crush things and stuff, and you're training, you're trying to get better, why are you crushing pumpkins? I understand you're not trying to waste all your energy and everything, but why are you crushing something so little? You're not getting actual practice there. Also, her trail that she runs is slow, dumb, and it's worse than American Ninja Warrior stuff would be way better. She would actually work on stuff, Another thing I hate, and this is not just through episode 1, this is unfortunately through the entire volume 1, is Robin. I don't hate Robin for any other reason other than she is extremely corny. She talks way too much. She has a 30-word response to a yes or no question. I hate that. And if you disagree with me, fuck you on this one, because I know I'm right. She is insufferable in this season. And I don't know if it's been other seasons and I just haven't noticed, but this season it's extremely bad. Every single time she talks, it's a diarrhea of words. It's never funny. It's always corny. It's always meant to try to be funny. She's always supposed to be this edgy, quirky girl who's funny. It is not funny at all. She is extremely annoying. Extremely annoying. But anyway, if I remember any more bad things, I'll add them at the end of the video. But now let's get into the good stuff. Season 5 is insane. The plot twists have been absurd, and the last episode within itself is the highest rated episode I think we've seen on Stranger Things the entire time. And it has a lot to show for it. This TV show has me edgy. I also love that they're giving us a little bit more of lore into Vecna through Will, through his visions. I love that. I love that so much. And essentially, if you didn't understand that part, he has 12 pillars. There's a child per pillar, and I think he needs to fill out the whole thing. I mean, it's not an I think, it's an I know. There's 4 of them right now, and he got, I think, the other 8. This is not me saying that because I wasn't paying attention. I just don't remember. But those 12 pillars pretty much are, once he fills them up, I don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe that's obvious, but I'm pretty stupid when it comes to that stuff. I love how we're getting lore into Vecna. I love Vecna in general. I love how evil he is. I love the upgraded version of him. If you know what I'm talking about, his waist is snatched. No, I'm just playing. On a real note, this boy is insane. First of all, he has his group hands. I don't know what that is, but it is extremely badass. Second of all, he has the thorns sticking up. He looks absolutely amazing. He looks way more chiseled. He looks destroyed. That's what he is. He looks destroyed. He looks beat up, but he looks stronger than ever before. And I love that. Will has done something that 11 has never done before. He picked up 3 things with his mind at the same time in different locations. This shows that Will might already be stronger than 11, and I could be wrong on that. That might have just been a powerful moment, or just like, you know, a director's mistake, you could say, where they made him seem more powerful than he actually is. But if my hopes are right, the way, you know, the way he dealt with those Demogorgons at the end of the last episode, if that continues, then he is by far the strongest, if not the second strongest. I think 11 is the weakest. I think having 11 is just extremely lame, and Will, with his eyes, his powers, he's just way cooler, in my opinion. Now, this is an extremely hot take, but number 8, her sister, I don't care for. Like, I understand she was in season 2, I think, for an episode or 2, and she was kind of like wiped out and never brought back up, so it was kind of like, where did she go? But she doesn't seem relevant anymore. At this point, I would appreciate if they kept her gone. I want to see her lore, I guess. Maybe she's badass too, and I could be completely wrong, which I'll make a follow-up video to this video. But I could not stand that part, that they added someone so I felt was irrelevant, because she was in season 2 for maybe 2 to 3 episodes, and that could be a stretch. It might have been even just 1. Another thing I hate, and I extremely agree with Moist Critical about, is the fact that Dustin and Steve just fight the entire time. They don't seem to have any moments where they're friends or they love each other, you know, like they used to in the old seasons. They don't even smile at each other, you know, they literally are just at each other's necks the entire season 5. And I absolutely hate that, and maybe it'll change later. Once again, this is just what we've seen. We've only seen 4 episodes, but 4 episodes so far, if you haven't realized, is half the episodes that we're gonna get through the entire show. So yeah, we get 4 episodes of the final season where the 2 main best friends that we all love as a community are not really friends. So even if they turn it around in the next 4 episodes and become besties, which I doubt they will, it won't really matter because you guys have been at each other's throats for the last 4 episodes and we've already lost a lot of valuable time. However, I could see this being a plot twist, how they could become really close because of being separated and, you know, fighting for a while, something that'll pull them together. You know, some friendship shit. But I hate that they fight. I hate that as well. And I know I said I'll save this for the end of the video, but I had to mention it. I also love the graphics. This is obviously a no-brainer. Stranger Things has been known to have amazing quality graphics, but this is some new level shit. We are getting graphics we have never seen before. We're getting cinematic views we've never seen before. And it just gets better and better and better. And, you know, for me personally, I'm a big sucker for that stuff. I like graphics, I like 4K, I like all that stuff. I know it may seem like generic stuff, but I love it. I love a good quality TV show or movie. And Stranger Things has been one of the best, if not the best at it. There's a few very limited TV shows that I could put above it, and Stranger Things has been amazing with it. The Upside Down looks cool. I love that as well. I do wish the Upside Down was as dangerous as it used to be. Now it doesn't seem dangerous at all, but I guess maybe that's because they're in the military territory, so military cleared everything that was dangerous. I could be wrong. I'm just, you know, throwing out ideas to make the show make more sense. Yeah, maybe they just haven't expanded past that territory quite yet. I also don't know if this is his name for sure, and I'll correct it on the screen if it isn't, but I think his name is Argyle. He is one of my favorite characters from season 4 and literally from the entire TV show. That's how good he did in season 4. We need him back. I know that we probably will not get him back from as far as I've seen, but I thought that was a big miss by the Duffer Brothers. I thought that they would have him in here considering how big of a success he was in the last season and how much the public liked him. But I guess they had a different plan in mind, which I guess is okay, it's fine. Another thing that's really confusing to me though is just why are none of the citizens confused by the military activity? I mean, I'm telling you right now, if I had a tank out here and something going on, I would be out there every day asking what's happening and stuff. And I understand they would probably tell me to fuck off and leave, but I would still insist because it's kind of crazy that I'm not allowed to leave my city, and I'm also not allowed to know what's going on. It's pretty rambunctious, and also nobody seems to have a problem at all. They're just like, all right, we'll just live here, no problem at all. Like, all right, we'll just stay put. It doesn't matter that there was a huge fucking crack in the middle of Hawkins. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, whatever. What does it lead to? Oh, who cares? Is that lava? No, we don't know. Who cares? Whatever. They got some good drugs in Hawkins because most of the fucking people living there are either lobotomites or they're people who are extremely high. Because if it was any other person, this would be like a North Korea type situation where they would be trying to run as fast as possible. However, something that I'm not considering is maybe it was just easier to control people back then. Maybe it was. I mean, from as far as I know, it was easier to control the media. So if it was easier to control the media, maybe the media narrative was easier to change as well. Because, people had freaking newspapers. They would find out about the crack a week later. Some of them would. And I'm really glad to see Max back. I mean, it has been an extremely long time since we've seen her. I missed her so much. And by extremely long, I mean just a few episodes. But it felt like a long time. Overall, I wish we had a little bit better acting. I also wish that we had a little bit more depth to Vecna and the backstory. And I guess that the episodes were a little bit longer. The last episode was extremely long, but most of them were only about an hour or so. So it wasn't necessarily as long as I expected it to be, but way longer than normal TV shows. So I appreciate that. But this is a TV show that I'm extremely excited for. I want to see how it ends, and I'm going to be upset when it ends, but I love it so much, and I want to know what you guys think as well. Go ahead and comment down below. I read all the comments, and I'll give you a very detailed response. And yeah. And I understand that most of you guys did not really ask for this video, which is why I'm going to say that, first of all, fuck you. I'm going to talk about what I want. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Peace.